shout outs to local places that are within like a probably 20 to 30 minute radius of the tracks that we'd say you gotta go. Have to make racing a trip.
When I go to Baps, I'd always stop at Brewster's, or I'd stop at the little hoagie shop there. You always win a hoagie when you run at Susky. Delaware,
you want to win the hoagie.
Exactly. And you hate when you break off of your tradition. Yeah, we do ice cream.
We judge racetracks by their ice cream. Because isn't it Canada you're allowed like 2 drinks per driver?
Yeah, I still think that put me in the hospital. But yeah, it's not what you think it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, you wanted it and you got it. The place for the untold, real, raw, and juicy stories of dirt track racing. It's Dirt Track Confessions. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Now here is your host, Mandee Pauch Mahaney.
Welcome everyone to Dirt Track Confessions. I am your host, Mandee Pauch Mahaney, and today we have Billy Pauch Jr. joining us. And of all people, I figured you would be my go-to for this one because if anyone knows the Pauch family, we are like habitual humans. We have to go to the same place, check out the same place. We have to make racing a trip.
Yes, it does. It's got to be it's got to be about the event, and you gotta find places to stop, and you make it kind of along your way. You know, we get in a routine. You got to realize when you race 80, 85 nights a year, you kind of get in your own little zone, and you're like, okay, when I go to, our routine is when we go to Kutztown every Wednesday, we'll stop at Wawa in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. We pick up our guys, and then we usually get our coffee and our ice. And then usually we kind of look around, maybe get some snacks. Depends on if BP3 wants some candy. You never know what you're going to get at Wawa. Yep. Wawa's like a little game.
He knows the menu. Exactly.
If you're not in Wawa territory, you're missing out.
I like Sheets, not going to lie.
Yes.
We hit it on our way to Big Diamond. We hit up Sheets on the way to Diamond, Wawa on the way back.
Exactly. We mix it up. So now I've kind of started to fall in love with Rudders. When you come out of Kutztown, there's a little convenience store called Rudders. They got the best large Mrs. T pierogies you can possibly have. So usually you find me ordering that with some chocolate milk and a cup of coffee. Really odd combinations.
Yeah.
A little sweet bologna in there too. Oh yeah, I can mix my stomach.
That's a PA thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a PA thing. Sweet bologna and cheddar cheese.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, didn't they say, is there Rudders going in on our way to Big Diamond?
There is. There's a Rudders coming in on the way back to Big Diamond. So we got some changing going on in the guards of the convenience stores in the world of racing. So it should be interesting if Rudders is going to beat our Sheets and Wawa pretty soon. No. I can tell you what really sucks. Sorry, Allie. Stewart's shops
Easy.
are not that good. Sorry, Stewart's. Here's the problem with New York. All you can eat on New York is McDonald's three-way. And McDonald's three-way is $16 for a burger. It's unheard of. And it's not even that good. Unreal. It's like a cold burger. I couldn't believe it.
For Mike and I, for 2 of the same meals and a drink, it is literally $30. And you can go out to a nice dinner kind of for that. But still.
Yeah, it's getting a little more expensive. But no, you can. It's unbelievable. If anybody could break into the New York convenience store margins, I know there's Mirabitas and what's the other ones up there?
Oh, God, yeah. I can tell you that every exit
what's the one that moves at me? Is it Royal Farms when I open the door that moves at me?
That's the one in Delaware.
Yes, Royal Farms with the chicken.
When you open up the dairy section, it moves.
Yeah, you got to get the chicken at Royal Farms and listen to the cow moo moo. But there is no coffee like the Wawa coffee. That's my stance to that point. Dunkin' Donuts, but a Wawa coffee. McDonald's coffee, too hot sometimes though.
No. I mean, I'm a Sheet. I like the options at Sheets. Sheets definitely, I feel like you got... Wawa does not offer cheese curds and mac and cheese bites. As soon as Wawa offers that, okay, maybe.
I mean, I've had spaghetti meals at Wawa. Literally had spaghetti.
Risky.
And chicken quesadillas killed me. Don't ever eat chicken quesadillas at Wawa. Only time I've had stomach issues. Well, that and Grandview French fries, I think, got me that one time. But that's the greasiness.
Grandview French fries are
so good.
Fresh cut.
I still think that put me in the hospital, but I love Grandview Speedway. I love you guys that cook there. Just still think you put me in the hospital.
It's very possible. So besides the fast food stuff, so basically I wanted to give kind of shout outs to local places that are obviously within distance from our headquarters of Jersey, but majority of these places are within a probably 20 to 30 minute radius of the tracks that we'd say you gotta go. the first thing that comes to mind for me is Williams Grove.
Yep.
Ashcombs.
You go to Ashcombs. You gotta go to Ashcombs.
You could practically walk there from the track if you really wanted to.
No, it's phenomenal. It's so close in there. That comes definitely to mind on my way. TK's ice cream stand on the way to New Egypt. You always hit the TK's ice cream.
Gotta get the ice cream.
Gotta love it.
Gotta get the ice cream. I mean, Ashcombs, they got like the pies. They've got the gardening center.
Yep.
Like it's a whole shebang. Like you take the whole family there.
You do what you gotta do.
But TK's is where it's at on your way to New Egypt.
Yes. Yeah. I was settled today. We went to Port Royal this year, and there's one sub shop in Port Royal, and was sadly disappointed by it. So you always go to the Rudders in Port Royal. There's anything in town. Port Royal's nothing.
The moonshine place. That's about
I know that's a little bit out there.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about people that literally like Georgetown. We stayed at the diviest motel, so we can be next to the bar. And
that was a 30-minute
Cracker
drive.
Barrel, but it's a cool place. You gotta have Cracker Barrel. Bob Vinsco, Cracker Barrel every morning for breakfast. That's how we eat it.
Do it for Bob.
Coffee, pancakes. Kind of roll good. That's kind of where I look at it. Like I said, we go to Big Dime, we go up that way. Grandview used to stop. There's a place called John's Plain and Fancy Diner. We stopped for years. That was before, might even be before Mandee.
Is it not open anymore?
It's still open.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit the Q Mart out there.
What about Toby's Cup on our way to
Toby's
Borgers?
Cup. Yeah, I love Toby's Cup in
That's
Phillipsburg.
Oh, shit.
Always interest, man. There used to be a little ice cream stop I'd stop on the way to Lincoln Speedway, too. Yeah.
It's a chain because they have it in North Carolina.
Brewster's ice cream.
Good stuff. Okay, you guys are gonna realize like we do ice cream here.
Yeah, we do ice cream.
We judge racetracks by their ice cream. Speaking of ice cream, I hope I don't butcher this, but it's like Long Acre Dairy Farm or something like that. Right behind Grandview. You're the one that introduced me to it.
Yes, legit.
They catered our dessert at my wedding.
Yes, they did. I remember that.
Homemade local ice cream bomb. I mean, that's definitely one of the top ice cream places. They were really good.
How do you talk about ice cream, not talk about the ice cream place across from Fonda?
Oh my God, absolutely.
You got to go there. It's tradition. Sure. You go there, and you go to New York, you get pizza lugs. Who doesn't get pizza lugs in New York?
Yeah.
I mean, legitly, it's pizza lug country.
I think it was like Utica Rome that introduced me to.
I get there, and then when I'm in Florida, I get corn dogs and strawberries. Don't ask me why. Weird combination.
East Bay.
Strawberry shortcakes. Yes. Don't get the boiled peanuts in Florida though. Not my style.
Did you end up in the hospital?
Yeah, no, I didn't end up in the hospital for boiled peanuts, but definitely didn't hit the spot there. I can tell you that. Mm-hmm. I mean, Volusia, you go down there. That lady that does the ice cream there, she's really cool too. She's actually from New York. Yes, she's from New York. She goes down every winter.
So you'll see her at like Oswego. I think they usually have a stand. She must be in Canandaigua, Land of Legends area, because she's usually there. But they do go to Volusia. Her ice cream is awesome, and she always knows like when I show up. Obviously, I want ice cream. So
no doubt. And I'm a big Red Robin fan. So Red Robin Gourmet, if we rain out, 61 by Cabela's, big time. I hit that all the time. Big Diamond rains out. You gotta hit the Cabela's. Good. I mean, there's no questions to it. It's just convenience. We figure out what makes sense and where you stop. You kind of have your routines on what you get. My father-in-law always gets a pie at every place. It's our routine. And then I get like the stupidest menus. Like I said, I've ordered spaghetti off of freaking Wawa.
Wait, how about RT until he found out how many calories the milkshakes are?
Oh yeah, he used to get milkshakes. And then Sheetz has 2 hot dogs for $1. That's a pretty impressive deal actually.
We do. It's so I don't know if anyone else is out there is as I would say ritual, but the word I'm looking for is superstitious.
Yes, it's kind of superstitiously.
That one time, on our way, you'll laugh, on our way to New Egypt, there's the TK's ice cream place. And I don't know what it was, but randomly, I'm in the front seat with Billy and Miller. We're driving, and all of a sudden I see like a church sign that says, Jesus loves you. And I was like, Miller, Jesus loves you. We got to stop for ice cream. And we stopped.
And we won.
We had to do it every week.
Exactly. We had to do it every week for a while. I mean, it's like, it's like Charlotte's going on. We always had Twin Peaks one night. Don't know why, but I don't know. But Steak and Shake is pretty killer for their milkshakes too. Got to have Steak and Shake.
Man, the milkshake and French fries hangover.
Legit.
Oh, that's
here. Let's pick stuff. Mandy's brain really good.
Oh, no.
What was the name of the taco place where you went to the Chili Bowl every night there?
Kim and Dan were was it Taco Bueno?
Taco Bueno.
Because they were totally busting me for that. Every night I'd be
Bueno.
like, we got to get Taco Bueno. We're tacos all out. Tacos
Legit. You got to roll with that. Tacos and raisins. Actually, I had a weird thing. I had a walking... so, got this brilliant idea to go to like this little Shellhammer track this summer. They had the best walking tacos. Yeah. I can't believe they sold walking tacos for like $3.
There's
Genius.
a small
Genius.
Absolutely. I can't remember what small car track, but they sold salads, which is a little odd. I'd rather do the walking tacos, but to actually offer something like that. Well, Middletown, Maxwell, is it John Maxwell?
Yes. How can you not talk about Maxwell Industries? They get the best food.
Oh my God. I wish they were still at New Egypt, and I tell him all the time. But the cheese fries bomb. But he now offers like rice bowls.
Nice.
At Middletown.
That's so cool. Like,
He makes good food.
it's like going to Martinsville. You always get the red hot dogs. I don't think she's ever been to Martinsville. So
No, I've not done the red. Peach Valley.
Peach Valley, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Peach Valley every year. That's consistent. That's one of those ones. It's like going to the Daytona flea market. You got to go when you're in town.
You got to do that.
You feel so much better about your life.
What is that? Do we usually get something at the flea market? Oh, oranges and the orange juice.
Yeah,
You
the
love the
orange
orange
juice.
juice.
Gotta have the orange
It's
juice.
fresh squeezed orange juice.
Just part of life. It's what makes it good. I go out of my way just to do that, to be honest with you. Is that pretty bad or what?
No, you have to.
Shh, don't tell people that.
No, you have to do it.
You have to do it.
You go down there, you have to do it.
It's just like, I don't know, you get in your routines and you like do the same things and you just kind of pick where you stop, and it's kind of funky when you get on the road. It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's really timing too, you know, because things got to be open late. When we were kids, we'd always stop at the diner, but now there's fast food, so it's a lot easier. Not fast food, convenience stores.
Yeah, a lot of Wawas, a lot of Sheets, Rudders.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. I mean, I can tell you some stories of some of the stuff that I've been shady at some of these places, man. You pull into these Wawas late at night, it gets a little shady. I'll be honest with you. I've questioned myself a little bit. So then you got my little girl. She'll walk right into the Wawa. She'll go right to the candy, grab two of them, and say, She knows exactly where it is. Billy knows the menu. It's just kind of like where you roll and what you try to do, but you try to eat healthy when you kind of do it the best we can. Mm-hmm. Especially when you have an Arbonne sister coach.
Yep.
So you got to roll with the punches
May
as
as
it
well
goes.
just skip Wawa in general, man.
Exactly. Be done with it, right?
Yeah, I'd say I feel like out west, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people can probably like give their go-to place.
Casey's General Source.
Oh, I know this isn't far out west. We're still in Pennsylvania, but Kaufman's Chicken.
Yo, Kaufman's Barbecue Chicken, hot spot.
Mm-hmm,
Can't miss that as you're going down 78.
Yep, 78.
I always like Bob Evans too once in a while when I'm on the road.
Absolutely. Bob Evans, they've got some good breakfast food.
Applebee's late. It's like date night on a Friday night.
I
I don't know how that word goes. We're
Two
just
straws,
really,
something.
really, really bad.
We're not good at karaoke.
Yeah.
Unless there's a sign.
Yeah, unless
with
there's
the
a sign.
word.
There's no signs here, guys.
No.
So you got what you
Yeah.
got with me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when tracks change food.
Oh
You
my
track-
God,
You track promoters
absolutely.
don't think you know. People know.
Definitely know.
You got to keep an eye on it. Like, you know, Bridgeport came out hammering with their food, and then they had some change in staff, and it wasn't as good, and now they're back kicking butt again. So it's a big circle.
Oh crap! I can't remember who it is, but gentleman, I think it's his friend or works there or something of that sorts. This is a great plug. But they're now offering local homemade ice cream at Bridgeport too.
Yes. There's a guy works in Middletown, Maxwell's. He remembers me every time. He's been at that stand since 1981 when my dad used to go there. He always still hands me a cheesesteak every time I go.
Oh my God!
Kind of cool how that history is.
Well, they've got Premio too.
Yes.
Premio
I was surprised Gary Palmer's little Accord track. They had good food this year too. But I was starving too.
They also offer ice cream at Accord too.
They do.
I feel like I totally judge tracks. Mike would totally attest this. Like when I was growing up, I'd be like, all right, you know, Billy'd be like, oh, we're going here. I'm like, okay, well, what does the place look like? That's how I remembered.
Yes.
Like you can't just say, hey, we're going to, I don't know, Bloomsburg. And I'd be like, okay, well, what's it look like? Now it's like, all right, tell me how their food is.
Yeah. Bloomsburg. Billy, my kid says it has the best pizza in the world.
Yes, he did say that.
He loved their BP3. He loved their pizza.
Haven't found anything like local wise at Bloomsburg yet.
I don't know.
Except for you're right in the town.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we need to get out more.
We do.
I think so. Cherokee had some good food when I was there. That's a sketchy place.
Cherokee.
Guys at promoters are really nice people, but a little sketchy, but had some good food when we went there. We went and bought moonshine. Terrible moonshine. Really not that good. But it was cool. We had a good time.
I'm trying to think what other local places that we stop at. Like sightseeing, things we do.
You know, you just kind of do what you kind of get a tradition of doing, and it's kind of like, okay, this is how we're gonna roll. It was like when you used to go to Syracuse for the fair. That used to be always going on that time of the year, and you'd always go get the certain fair. You know, there's Bill's Barbecue at Flemington. We used to always get Kutztown. We actually they went to the Kutztown Fair this year for one of the races and had my Vince's cheesesteak. And then we won $5,000. I went back and went to the beer garden. Beer gardens unheard of in this time now and age.
Oh my God.
So cool.
We need to bring back beer gardens.
Yes. So I think I actually had this conversation the other day. We were talking, you need to make a race an event sometimes to bring in people and to make it work. And I think that's kind of huge into getting the whole community involved to make it successful.
Racing event how? I mean, we race all the time. Clarify for me.
Just like a big event. You know what I mean? Like when you go to like Port Royal, they open a bar in Port Royal, but no one really knew about it.
It's true. I mean, it's in like a...
We should, next year, if he does it, they should have like a band and stuff to bring people together.
Yes.
That's where you're missing.
Damn.
Now that you said that, Bricker's French Fries, proud sponsors of Central PA Racing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're always really killer too.
Yeah. Definitely huge supporters of local. I mean, you definitely, obviously, like any sponsor, restaurants, like they're advertising and sponsoring race cars for a reason. So you definitely want to give back to them.
Yeah. I mean, I always, it's like I drove for Danny Pizza Pizzazz. He had this pizza pie that was amazing. So good.
Banging margarita.
I'd have been fat if I kept driving for him though.
Yeah. We'd
Danny,
be in
sorry.
trouble.
Love you, brother, but I'd been fat.
We've been in trouble big time.
Some of the things people find it odd, you know? I mean, we have I'll be honest with you, though, we have some people like Mike's got Lisa Brady who brings so much food. It's so cool sometimes, you know what I mean? Cheryl. God, Lisa Brady. It's a Brady bunch. Cheryl, apologize.
Cheryl,
Lisa
you
Brady.
were part of the Brady bunch. You did not know that.
You kind of knew that. You didn't know where you were going, but just really
her
cool.
pumpkin pie rolls.
Yes, are legit.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, Kim and Dan always sell my t-shirts, always have food. So we have such a great group. I mean, we go over there after the Sixer, we cook out, we just make it a weekend the best we can. At the end of the day, you're there to win, but you're there to have a little bit of fun doing it. Because if you don't do any fun while you're doing something, it's going to be boring.
Absolutely. And I feel like that's kind of, I mean, this topic was more of a fun, like tossing places around. But really I'm picking up is we, like, as a family or drivers or whatever it is, fans, like, you go to the races for the races to win. You want to watch your driver win. But I feel it's a family sport.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you can make a day trip out of it and go here, I mean, like, Kutztown, what's the cave place?
Lost River Caverns.
Lost River Caverns. Mike and I would go there and we go Lost River Caverns.
You make something good. Like going to Ashcombs on your way to Williams Grove. You go to, you know, when I go to Baps, I'd always stop at Brewster's or I'd stop at the little hoagie shop there. You always win a hoagie when you run at Susky. When we go to Delaware,
you want to win the hoagie.
Exactly. For whatever reason, we always go to Rehoboth Beach. Don't know why, but we're always there. So get back to Albany. Devore, if you're here, and I will come up next year. So
mark the calendar.
We will mark the calendar. We'll come for a visit.
Yeah, I mean, they've definitely got they got banging pizza logs.
Yes,
and
legit.
Popcorn chicken. I know you've had the wine, but I don't think you've ever been there. Montezuma. It's over by Weed Sport.
Yes, legit. Yes. I've been there. No, I know where it's at. Outlaw Speedway used to sell wine by the box.
You know what? They have a bar in the pits.
Interesting.
That, I don't understand how that works.
That's why the cops were there last weekend.
That? Were they?
Yeah, you didn't see the video on YouTube. Cops in the hood.
No.
Cops in the hood. Look out.
Yeah. I think that having a bar in the pits is like, one, it's very risky. But then two, it reminds me of Canada. Because isn't it Canada you're allowed like 2 drinks per driver?
Yes.
Or something of that sort?
Yes.
Which is okay, but I don't know.
I got to get to Canada.
How do I feel about that?
Maybe I'll put a GoFundMe up to get me to Canada next year. Bring my guys across border.
Putin.
Ooh, look out.
Good stuff.
That sounds like a good trip.
It is.
You might have to
We're not far. You can come visit.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. For a while, every time I won, someone brought me a Genesee beer. Wasn't my favorite beer, but it would go down. So you just, when you win, you drink whatever you got. People hand me Coronas, you know, that you gotta, it's kind of like a tradition. You get out, you want a beer. When you win, you want a beer in your hand or you want something to make it work, you know? What makes it a total event and where you go makes your whole weekend out of it. Like there's people that I've been seeing, they've been camping and following me in their little tent. And I think that's kind of cool. You see a lot of people, you know, we're working on flags. So next year when you come to the track, you can hang your Billy Pauch Jr. flag or your Mike Mahaney flag or whatever it is. We want to be proud. We want to be nation. Nationwide is on your side.
Oh, you and your singing. We definitely have people in different countries that watch. So that's
yes,
shout out to them. That is
legit.
Awesome. Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Yeah. So I think it would be awesome if we could get more people to, like, we're just gonna bring up Kutztown or Action Track USA. Is that like a lot of the locals don't want the track there. So if people can come in and support the surrounding businesses, might help us a little bit.
Exactly.
Would you agree?
Yes. I love the sport. People are very vocal, but I want to see the sport stay.
Exactly.
Don't want to see it go anywhere. So please come out, support us.
Support us, support the local businesses. I mean, I think it would be great if more local businesses would come to the tracks. Like, I'm pretty sure Action Track did that for a while. You know, like there was a local guy with, did they still do that? He had a beer cart.
Yeah, no, there's a bunch of stuff like that. There's good ideas out there. It's just, you know, you want to see the community involved so that you can be more successful and have everything, you know, people a lot happier, you know?
Well, you could go to the local church at Port Royal for food.
Oh, you know that actually Bob made me send him a check.
Yes, I heard.
And it got cashed today.
Oh, it finally got cashed?
Finally got cashed. If it would have cashed last week, I would
smokes.
not have probably broken my back.
Yeah, there was this, again, the karma of this church
So
thing.
look, let's tell the story. Let's tell it how it is. I'm sitting outside the door. It's like noon. And the guy's like, hey, I got some free food over here. You guys want to eat it before you go to the track? I'm like, I don't know. I got to feed my guys. Why not? You know, I didn't realize it was a homeless shelter. Felt terrible. So I took 6 meals. I didn't think nothing of it. Said, okay, you know, nice. I don't need it. I'm very fortunate. We don't need it, you know. So I think that's where my karma went bad. So the guy that helps me told me I had to send them a donation to pay for my food. So that's what I did. He
said he'd call you every church he'd pass.
And they cashed my check today. So they, with a big smiley on their face. So Lutheran's Church in Lewistown, PA, congratulations. You got my donation today. Thank you for the food.
Week late, but you know, it's okay for 2023.
Yeah, hopefully
Better
I'm
karma.
back. God, I guess I'm coming back in 23, guys. So I got a little time here. And yeah, it's usually a tradition where we always make little beers that night too. Ooh.
Make little beers.
Yeah, you never had a little beer? It's a little drink.
Beer?
Oh, you'll have to drink it up.
Is it like you make it? Or?
Yeah, you make it. It's an alcoholic drink.
Little beer.
Yeah, it's not what you think it is. Little Guinnesses. Oh yeah, it's good. Good shit.
Sounds like something. Nah.
No.
We, like Billy said, we stay at a certain hotel, so we can go to a certain bar.
Yeah,
I mean,
you kind of fling things together, and you hate when you break off of your tradition.
Mm-hmm. I think, where did I see? Oh, Delaware. You know what it's funny because I always forget that there's actually like a tiny little bar/restaurant not far from Georgetown.
Stokely's Tavern. Everyone was there.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
you're
away,
in
the hospital. It's fine.
We are kind of cheap. That was $250 for a night right by the track, and $110 from where we stayed.
For the weekend.
$140. That's a net for a room. That's a net of $700 extra. So we're staying at the cheap hotels, guys.
Yeah, we're hanging out with the people at the. What's that place called? What's the bar that we go to?
I don't know, Bartini. It is a cooler bar, though, I got to say.
Cantina.
Full disclosure,
Cantina.
Full disclosure, the cops came there this weekend.
This weekend too?
Remember they came to the motel?
Oh, our motel, not the bar.
Not the bar. No, we're good.
Yeah, that was a sketchy bar, dude.
Yeah, a little sketchy. I've stayed in worse. Chili Bowl did me out a couple nights. So.
Chili Bowl was. Yeah.
Ooh, look out.
Yeah, we'll pass on that. But, yeah, I'd say that we definitely have routines.
Yep.
I'm super curious if anyone else has like that go-to place when they go to certain tracks. Like I said, we're very habitual.
So we're gonna make this interactive. It's a long winter. When you guys are watching this, put your comment in there if you can comment on this YouTube video and say where do you guys go when you go to these racetracks, so that maybe we can try it. Maybe we can do it. Let's be interactive. This is what it's about. Like, this isn't just me and her talking. This is like this is what we want to do. We want somewhere to go. We challenge you to send us ideas of what to do when we're out on the road.
Absolutely. I mean, there's probably places like we're mentioning like Northeast stuff, but I'm sure there's places like when we go to Louisiana or when we go south, like there's places you guys go to that we've never been. We probably don't even know because we go to the same damn place all the time.
Exactly. So break it up. Challenge you.
Yeah. Let us know where it is that you guys go so we can all go and support the place.
Hit that comment button. YouTube loves it.
I'm impressed with you.
I'm good.
You're getting better. Getting better.
See, when I don't have no race cars to work on, I got shit to think about.
Thank you guys for listening in. I know this was more of a fun, chillax type of podcast. Was feeling it, and
yeah, I was feeling it.
Yeah.
We only got a couple more to go this winter. We'll have some fun. Let's bring some people on here. Get you back with some footage and keep it real, keep it live, keep it cool. 30 bit.
30 bits. See you guys.
See ya.